can go ahead and cut this intro short because I know there's a lot of people that are very tired right now, and you guys want to talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and another $50 bomb comes in from Scott Seaman. Brother, thank you so much for the 50. He said, we out here, fam. My dude, we are out here. We are the late night squad. We are the people that are going to hang out every single Friday morning. It's not Thursday anymore. Friday mornings at 4 a.m. Okay, 3:52 to be specific. We're going to hang out. We are going to talk about this show, and I'm going to do this every single week. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, new Disney Plus show, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The first episode has been released. I watched it. I hope you all watched it as well. If you didn't watch it, I would say probably don't watch this stream because from the title you see, there are going to be a lot of spoilers. This essentially will be a spoilers discussion. This will be uploaded to the channel when we are done live streaming it. I'll probably keep these public, honestly, because I literally just want to start the streams, talk about what happened, get your thoughts, share with you guys my thoughts, and we'll do this every single week, and we will keep it rolling like that. Thank you to everyone that donated already, by the way. Bri dropped a $100 bomb like an hour ago. Thank you, buddy. Soul of Soul, thank you so much for the 50. Soul said, dude, it's so good. I'm hyped for the series. I will say this. Excellent first start. I am very satisfied. I don't really know how we should go about these streams. I guess I could talk about what I really liked, what I kind of liked, what maybe didn't work for me, and we can just kind of jump all over the place talking about the series thus far. First, before I tell you guys my thoughts, I want to know, what did you guys think of episode 1? And B-Rid said, have a good stream, bro. Not trying to get spoiled. Yeah, my dude, make sure you watch the first episode before you watch this. And of course, the beard is looking beautiful as always. Hell yeah, I'm with B-Rich. Yeah, my dudes, make sure you go watch the very first episode. Jonas said, bro, I'm so hyped for the series. I'm not going to fall into the rabbit hole I did with WandaVision with theories, just here for the ride. Dude, that's the thing, man. We just got to take this series for what it is, watch each episode, analyze it, and then come here with our thoughts every single Friday morning. I liked it and definitely dropped a bomb at the end there. Do we want to start at the end? We can start at the end. First of all, this dorky ass, derpy ass, weirdo ass Captain America replacement that they put. Bro, I fucking knew it when he gave them the shield. I knew that some shit like this was gonna happen, man. You don't just keep a vibranium shield at a exhibit in DC. They gave it to a symbol to somebody that they feel will be the next Captain America. Also, I just want to say, who even gets to make that call? You know, the Avengers, they were like a private thing. The government didn't step in and say, hey, this is Tony Stark, this is Iron Man. He was just Iron Man. So why do they get to decide who? They did say the president. They did say the president, Brian, but still, I don't know. I feel like this guy is actually low-key gonna be pretty badass. I think they tried to psych us out at first by making the guy just look like a total dweeb in the costume, because it's not Chris Evans. It's not Captain America. You know what I mean? The dude had a lovely jaw, though. I'll give it to him. He had a lovely jaw. I think he's going to be a savage, but we are going to see what ends up happening with that. I do hope, though, and this is my prediction. I love how we're getting into it now, baby. I do hope that I hope Falcon I hope he is the new Captain America by the end of this series, and that will lead into the movies when the movies come back. John Walker in the comics is pretty cool. He's normally a U.S. agent. Is it just because he's not Chris Evans and he's not actually Captain America that we all kind of had the same visceral feelings? I just didn't like it. I want to see Sam with that shield. And right off the bat, at the beginning of the episode, they do a really good job at showing, you know, they played audio from Endgame. Sam didn't feel like he didn't feel he was deserving of the shield. He felt the shield didn't belong to him. He obviously really misses Cap. Apparently he has the same powers. Dude, is that true? Oh, Brian, that's going to be really, really cool to see how that plays out. They presented it in a way that they didn't want us to like it. I agree, because we want Falcon to be the new Captain America. So watching Falcon watch that news and seeing how upset he was, that's how we are supposed to feel. It was a great episode. I'll just say this right now. If you know me and you know my history with the MCU, I never liked Bucky. And I will tell you right now, full transparency, the thing that I loved most about this first episode and what I probably will like most in this series, I really gave a shit about Bucky, and I can't even believe I'm saying that. I loved Bucky's... I love the dynamic with the therapist. The way it was shot was so interesting. It was like a very awkward, like super close-in shot going back and forth between therapist and Bucky, which was fantastic. I really loved the way they shot that. I loved the way that the therapist was really stern and really savage with Bucky. I like that they explained that he's been pardoned and he has, I don't know the exact wording they use, the making amends. Basically, he has to go around and right his wrongs and get rid of other people that have benefited by the bad things that he has done, right? Correct me if I'm wrong there. Also, guys, if I'm going off on like a tangent and I don't get to your super chat that quickly, I will get to it, I promise. I just want to make sure I get all my thoughts square in my head before I start reading other things. And I want to try my best to not jump around too much, but you guys know me, my brain is so scatterbrained, especially at 4 in the morning after watching a hype show like this. I loved the fact that Bucky has this relationship with this older man. And at first, I thought he was just a random old guy. And I thought to myself, oh, this is really charming that he would be friends with someone that's really old because he's actually really old. That's the dynamic that I just thought they were trying to portray. But it turns out that Bucky murdered his son. So there's even a deeper layer there. I love that the guy really cares for Bucky. He tried to set Bucky up with the cute girl at the bar. I love when Bucky shows up with the flowers. I can't even believe I am this obsessed with the Bucky arc already. And you guys know I wanted Bucky to die in Civil War. I literally wanted Iron Man to kill him. I really did. By the way, Don Cheadle in this was awesome. I was like, Don Cheadle, War Machine, let's go. I'm sorry, I need to stay on track here. Anyway, I loved that when he showed up to the date, he brought flowers. And the girl was like, oh, that was the most old-fashioned thing ever, which is fucking awesome because it makes sense. He's from the 40s or whatever. Man, that tension, it was great. I will say, I really enjoyed the relationship with Sam and his sister as well, and everything that they're talking about with the blip and the boat and getting loans. The scene with the banker was really like hard to watch. Almost, I felt like I was a fly on the wall in the room and I was just super uncomfortable. Like, it was almost kind of like the banker was paying respect to Sam, saying, oh my God, I'm a huge fan, you're this big hero, but then talking down to him as in like, oh, you saved the universe, but you don't have enough money to keep your business afloat, to keep this boat, whatever. You need a loan right now. But it's such an interesting thing that we never think about. And he even brought it up. The banker was like, what, Stark never paid you? Rest in peace, by the way. It's like, yeah, these people saved the universe. You would think they would be compensated. I don't know who they would be compensated by, but you would think like maybe Stark Industries would have a fund for the heroes that obviously saved the universe, right? It's such a thing that I never even thought about. It's pretty wild that some of the heroes that literally saved the entire universe are struggling. Very interesting. That was a lane that I never even thought we would explore. So I found that very, very fascinating. Also, let me read some of the super chats here because I'm falling behind a little bit. Albert with a $10 said, to be honest, it was a little meh. With the first episode of WandaVision, it was unique and had its own style. This is like any other action series, and this is a person who loves both these characters. I honestly feel like I was more entertained by this first episode than the WandaVision first episode, but the WandaVision first couple episodes, you need that payoff by like episode 4 or 5 when you know what's happening to really appreciate the first 2 or 3, in my opinion. This, there's instant gratification of, okay, this is where Bucky's at, this is where Sam's at, and, you know, you essentially just get thrown right into the story, and there's not really a lot of questions. There's the questions of, like, who are the bad guys? Why was that guy super strong? Which, that was hella interesting. I wonder if he's somehow tied to the Winter Soldier program in some way. That's going to be really interesting, or just Hydra in general. So that's going to be really cool. But I definitely, anyone that has that opinion, that preferred WandaVision over this, that's totally cool. We can make those comparisons as we continue to talk about this stuff. Galaxy Wolf said the government chose John Walker because they can control him. I still want to sucker punch him, though. Yo, I wanted to punch him, too. He's not Captain America, dude. I also wish Sam would have kept the shield, but there's obviously an arc here. You know, he gave the shield away, and he'll probably take it back eventually. I mean, we've seen in the trailers, he is throwing the shield at, like, trees and stuff when him and Bucky team up eventually. But, man, there was something about him giving the shield away that just, like, and even Don Cheadle's character, War Machine, he was like, it just wasn't sitting right with him, you know? It was very similar to how we would feel, you know what I mean? Ryan Ket, thank you so much for becoming a Saiyan. Squirtle Master Kenobi said, not gonna stay. Haven't watched it yet. Wanted to drop some support and say, on your left. Yo, thank you so much, Squirtle. I appreciate that, man. Well, they had a whole compound for years, so they lived there. It's such an interesting thing, Bri, because, like, well, what if they needed to go and buy something during that time period as well? What I think I would have done, me personally, if I was Tony Stark, I would have had a fund where, like, yo, if you guys need anything, here are the funds. You know what I'm saying? Tony has the amount of money where you would imagine it would be unlimited, and he could take care of the heroes. But I guess that's something that never really... How does that not come up, though? These people have to live their lives. I thought that was the most interesting thing about this entire episode, to be completely honest. This entire concept of, like, superheroes not having enough money to support themselves and their family. Really interesting shit. Batroc at the beginning, though. Batroc. What is Batroc? Let me Google that. Because I'm not this deep into the comic lore like you guys. Batroc the Leaper. Batroc is a fictional supervillain appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics, created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Fuck yeah. He first appeared in Tales of Suspense. He is a mercenary and a master of French form of kickboxing known as savate. Didn't he die, though? Didn't he, like, jump out of the helicopter and hit a rock or some shit? I love how the MCU made Batroc a badass, unlike the comic version. Also, a lot of you guys knew who that was. Jay Smooth said the first episode definitely caught my attention and made me more excited for the rest of the series. Just seeing a much more human side with Bucky gives the series a whole new element. Dude, I cannot believe how much I care about Bucky. Like, I want to know, he's definitely going to tell the old man. I would assume he's going to tell the old man that he killed his son. He's not quite ready to do that yet. I'm curious if he's going to bring that up to his therapist. That's going to be really interesting. Also, I love the dynamic when the therapist takes out the pen and starts writing. He goes, oh, here we go. She's got the pen. She's going to start writing. I can't wait till we see Zemo. He was already showing up in the trailer, and it will be cool to see what he's been up to since Civil War. Yeah, Zemo is definitely still pissed about what happened to his family. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see how he navigates through these waters. Scott said, Batroc was in Winter Soldier. He was... What? Oh, fuck! You're right! I did not even realize that, Scott. You're 100% right. When they have the fight on the boat. Bro, that's wild. Why am I awake? Dude, we just watched the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Which, by the way, we are going to do this every week. I don't even know how long these streams will be. I guess we'll just talk about everything that we really liked or maybe that we disliked and predict for next week and stuff like that. And we'll just keep going till we feel like we already said everything we had to say. That guy's a UFC fighter. Dude, you can tell from those kicks, man. That was one thing that I liked too. Because to me, like, Falcon as a character, as far as a superhero, he just, to me, kind of seems like a guy with a cool jetpack, you know? But he's very capable. They set that up very early on. It was the first fucking thing that we saw. Well, besides him, you know, ironing his outfit and then giving the shield away. When he was flying, you know, through the airspace and he was just beating the shit out of all of these mercenaries. I mean, that was awesome. Really, really awesome. I didn't like the 10-minute long credit scene. That's a weird thing that these Marvel TV shows do, which they did that in WandaVision too. But you know what I'm realizing? These aren't regular TV shows where they only have to credit, like, you know, I don't know how many people a regular TV show credits, but there's so many visual effects, so many writers, so many artists, so many different things that they have to do credits as if it's like a movie, you know? George St. Pierre is actually legit one of the GOATs of the UFC. Dude, that's so cool that he's in a Marvel movie. Are you fucking kidding me? George St. Pierre. Dude, that is wild. I wonder how much he got paid to be in a Marvel project. Can you imagine being in the UFC and then you're fighting Falcon? I think they're going into more of Falcon's engineering background from the comics, probably because he tried to fix his ship. Clearly that ship is very important to him. Apparently the show is an entire MCU film that was split up into 6 episodes and expanded on. Is that a thing? Were they going to make this a movie originally? He's been retired for years. He has a very familiar face when I'm looking at it. Oh my God, dude. I'm so excited to see where these Marvel shows go. You know what's going to be interesting, though? I wonder if you're a fan of the MCU and you haven't watched any of the TV shows. If you're going to... Let me reword this. If you're a fan of the MCU and you don't watch the TV shows and then you want to just keep watching the movies, will you be confused now? I feel like there's so much that they're fleshing out in these TV shows. You kind of have to watch the TV shows now to appreciate the movies to their full potential. You know what I mean? Especially with Wanda. I mean, look at WandaVision, dude. WandaVision, if you all of a sudden watch Wanda on screen and she has this crazy outfit and they're calling her the Scarlet Witch and you're like, what the fuck? What happened with this? You know, this is a whole thing now. You're going to have to commit to a lot more content. Albert said, can you explain why you didn't love Bucky before? As my third fictional character, or third favorite fictional character, and anyone wondering, my number 1 is Agent Venom and 2 is Red Hood. You know what it was for me, man? Honestly, I feel like because I loved Iron Man so much, when I saw what Bucky did to his... Civil War was what made me really dislike Bucky, I feel like. Because I get the angle of, and not even the angle, the reality of he was under brain control. It was not his own, you know, it was not his own doing. He didn't decide to kill all these people. But still, when you're on Team Tony in Civil War, and Cap is just not agreeing with you, and this Bucky guy that was frozen in ice is just creating so many issues, and then you find out that he killed your parents. I don't know, man. Just call me like an Iron Man fanboy, but at that moment, I was just like, fuck this guy. I don't care if he was brainwashed. Like, I am angry. I am fucking angry at this. You know what I mean? And I don't think I'm alone in that. I think a lot of people felt that way. I'm curious what you guys think that are in the chat right now. Did you guys like Bucky? Did you not like Bucky? For me, he always rubbed me the wrong way. And that's what's so interesting, that in this show, one episode in, I already give a shit about him. I want him to develop I wonder if he will develop a further love relationship with the bartender. I wonder if that was just a on the surface thing, or if they're going to really dive deeper into that. I would imagine they're going to dive deeper into that, which is going to be very fascinating. And maybe he will finally open up to her and also open up to Sam. So you are on another level. I've genuinely enjoyed the difference between the comics and the movies, like WandaVision. I like to see how they use the U.S. Agent Hawk and Bucky in this series. Yeah, I'm really excited to see the character development. You guys know me, I'm really big into character development and characters in general and their relationships with each other. So it's going to be really cool to see, you know, the next time Bucky and Falcon are in the movies, what they're going to behave like based on the stuff that happens in the show. You know what I mean? So that's going to be awesome. Logan said, always a fan of Falcon, and the intro made me love him more. I'm enjoying the backstory they're giving Bucky and making him a more likable character. Yeah, he's very human in this. You know what I mean? I like the fact that the girl says, what's with the gloves? And he's just like, yeah, I got bad circulation. You know, like, obviously he can't show her the metal arm. It'll freak her the fuck out, most likely. But I loved what they did with that. Also, I loved when the bad guy, the main mercenary, whatever the hell his name was. Let me go back over here. I typed it on Google. Batroc. If we cross the border, he won't follow us. And then Sam's just sitting there in the helicopter. What's up? That was fucking badass. Love that. Galaxy Wolf, my boy, thank you so much. In the comics, Falcon could talk to birds telepathically. Fun fact, he had a pet falcon named Red Wing. Sound familiar? First of all, am I the only one that feels like Red Wing is more powerful than the actual wings? Like, bro, Red Wing is a cheat code, man. So badass. I love it. I really do. Ethan Blunt with a $10 bomb said the MCU lore is so freaking wild. I can't wait to see this expanded upon even more. As for Bucky, I like how they're humanizing him and making him feel human. I agree. I 100% agree. Man, I can't believe how much I love these TV shows. Because, yo, if you literally asked me 6 months ago, I was very upfront about this. I did not give a shit, dude. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm probably not gonna watch them. I want to watch the Loki one, and I'm ready for next week. I'm ready for next week already. It's fantastic. Since Cap knew about Bucky killing Tony's family, he should have taken him to an amusement park and tell him as they're on a roller coaster right before it dropped. Absolutely not. That would be fucking terrible. I am surprised that Cap did not tell Tony. But then when you really break that down, how the hell would he even tell Tony that? Like, how do you even bring that up? You know what I mean? My best friend killed your parents. How do you... But he did lie to Tony, too. He said, did you know? I didn't know. I didn't know it was him, he said. Bullshit, Rogers. Did you know? Yes. I guarantee this show will make us love Civil War even more. 100%. Yo, what's up, Steven? Apple tech support, baby! I hope we get Falcon's upgraded suit where the wings can shoot fletchings or whatever they are called. I want to see Sam talk to birds. I don't know about you guys. I would love to see him talk to birds. What's up? I just finished the episode. Yo, Ine, what did you think? It's been too long. You are sexy. Yo, what's up, Pokeblock Trainer? How you doing, bud? Welcome to the stream. Rodrigo said, Vinny, I normally don't like anime, but I started watching Attack on Titan because of Dylan, and you need to watch it. Yo, I promise Dylan, once he finishes the DC universe, I will definitely check out Attack on Titan. Phase 4 is one of the coolest things I've seen done. Yeah, the combination between TV and movies is going to be awesome. I just love, by the way, Disney Plus is so epic. The fact that every week we get a new episode now of this epic series that's basically a mini movie every week. I mean, dude, that's fantastic. Bryce said, I feel like Bucky will be a hugely integral part of the next phase, maybe even leading with how much they are putting it into his personal life. Can you imagine if Bucky ends up being Cap? Could that happen? See, I feel like Endgame set up for Falcon to be Captain America. But yo, I don't know. I feel like it could go to Bucky as well. We'll see how it plays out. I wouldn't be shocked if they do something like that, honestly. I really wouldn't. Or maybe if they just both take over the mantle, they both use the shield, you know? I mean, there can't be like two Captain Americas. They would never do that. Like, like two people in the same suit, you know what I mean? But dude, Bucky would be a savage with that shield and that vibranium arm. Vibranium shield. I mean, come on, dude. The Rhodey cameo was excellent. Hey, what's up, Danny? When is the Cali trip? What's up, Papa? How you doing? In the comics, both Bucky and Sam become Captain America, and their suits are cool. I gotta be honest, I think Bucky would be more badass as Cap, just because, well, then again, Falcon has the wings. It's like, what would you prefer, shield and wings or shield and vibranium arm? I feel like that arm could just yeet that shield, though, dude. Jonah with a 5 said 2 things. Bucky has been Captain America in the comics before, and 2, the MCU's version of the Snyder Cut. This is the MCU's version of the Snyder Cut. I'm trying to break that down. What do you mean by this is the MCU's version of the Snyder Cut? Fill me in. Ask Jeeves and Hemzo. All right, I'll definitely talk to them for sure. But right now, we are in Marvel mode. Vinny, I'll fight you with my big toe, I swear. Would rather not, come to blows with your big toe, my guy. Would rather not do that. But thank you for the $2, Jeeves. Did you see the show tonight? I wonder how many people are here that didn't even watch the show, have no intentions on starting the show. They just want to hang out in a stream. My game plan for these streams, I'm going to try my best, at least, to keep the review/reaction, I don't know why I'm doing air quotes, but these streams essentially every Friday morning, I want to keep them very grounded and focused on talking about the show specifically, because I really feel like a lot of people are going to join us when they know that we're doing these each week to just have really cool, epic conversations about the show in particular. Have you recorded the podcast for this week? Podcast is being recorded today at 1, not tomorrow. When I wake up, I always feel like it's tomorrow when you wake up, but 1 p.m. EST is when me and Phil are recording today. If you guys have any suggestions on what you want us to discuss, just shoot me a tweet. It's a cinematic series where it's supposed to be a huge 6-hour movie in the end. So that someone else mentioned that earlier about how this was originally going to be a movie, but now it's separated into a short series. It's weird though, because I feel like if this was like the beginning to a movie, I don't think it would necessarily work as the beginning to a movie. It jumped around a lot. I think it did good for a first episode to a series. But imagine what I'm saying. Picture if you took this and that would be the opening to this movie, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. We would have to wait probably till next week to see what the next the next installment will be and like put that right after. But I don't know, something about it didn't feel movie-ish at all, you know? The quality was there, but the pacing of it, I feel like that's what I'm looking for. The pacing of it definitely felt like a TV show. I could be wrong though. If you guys think it felt like a movie, then I'm a Confucian. I'm very Confucian. They change it up to fit an episodic pattern. Yeah, no, it definitely feels like a TV show, for sure, which I love. I feel like it's really epic and unique to watch Marvel content in this way now. You know what I mean? Sam looked ready to snap at the end. I'm really, really excited to see how he's going to handle that in the next episode. That's going to be awesome. How the fuck have we been talking for 26 minutes already? What else stood out to you guys? I'm trying to think of what else we can talk about. I really liked Sam's sister. She's an awesome character so far. Really loved the old man. Again, that was awesome. The guy in the alleyway was pretty fun. I thought I thought Winter Soldier was gonna fuck him up at first. I thought he was gonna mess with the old guy and then Bucky was gonna punch him in the face, but that didn't end up happening. What was his name? Unique? Unique? She was great. What's up, Callum? I wish I had Disney Plus. Is there a free trial period for Disney Plus? There's gotta be, right? Where they give you like 30 days free to try it out. I would be shocked if they don't offer that. Because Disney Plus it's pretty dope, man. I hope you can get it. I just love MCU, man. Like in Endgame, you had Loki escape with the stone, the time travel, and now making a series out of it just goes to show they have everything planned. Dude, they're like 10 steps ahead, man. They're literally 10 steps ahead. Like Monique, but with a U for uniqueness. Yeah, that was hilarious. I got a great chuckle out of that. Once this man sees Attack on Titan, his whole perspective of DBZ will change. A lot of people have been saying that Attack on Titan is like a more epic DBZ along the lines of something like that. Also, I have a very, it's a very interesting thing streaming at 4 in the morning after being up all day. And it's like, this is the time where I usually am a sleepy boy and just watch YouTube content, ASMR, and lay in my bed. But I'm providing deep intellectual thought about a series that I just saw. It's also this weird thing. Like, I wonder if YouTubers that do reaction and review type streams, do they take notes while they're watching? Because I was trying to take like mental notes in my head about certain things that were happening. Like I loved, for example, the scene where Falcon is beating up all the mercenaries and the what's up moment I really liked. And then the therapist scene with Bucky. And also like you can just tell, you know, the therapist knows. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anonymous, for getting the premium tank top. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I really like the dynamics of Bucky and the therapist and him and the old man. I also just love that Bucky's 108 or whatever, 103. That's awesome. Now that we're doing that with you, watching this and then sleeping after, fuck yeah, man, we're all in this together. The Flag Smashers scene, though, dude, I feel like that guy is somehow tied to Bucky in some way. He's hella strong. You could tell they made it very known that he had super strength when he kicked the guy and the guy flew across the fucking... He flew across the entire street and hit a wall. Dude, it's so late at yours right now. Yeah, right now it's 4:20 in the morning. 4:20, my dudes. No, but seriously, I'm always up at this time anyway. I just am not in content mode at this time. He radiates Hydra vibes. Yeah, and the fact that they did a flashback where they literally had Bucky say, "Hail Hydra." They want you to know, like, in your brain, okay, Hydra, obviously at play. Hydra is still a thing. It's still something that's prominent in this universe. They want you to know that, you know what I mean? What if he's one of the other super soldiers from the Civil War? Definitely possible. Definitely possible. The kick made me think that it could be Batroc. But didn't he die? Am I missing something? I could have sworn when he jumped out of the helicopter, he just hit a rock. Or at least we were led to believe he hit a rock. Maybe he didn't die. And I'm also curious, is Zemo connected to the Flag Smashers? That's their name, right? The Flag Smashers? Oh, another thing that we haven't even discussed yet that I really enjoyed. I really liked how there are these terrorist groups that preferred life during the blip. And now that the blip got reversed, they're very angry about it. Dude, that's another thing about like real world scenarios. If you really think about it, there would definitely be people out there that preferred things when half of the country or half of the world was wiped out. You know what I mean? That was a very interesting take. I enjoyed that. It's just, I love when these concepts are presented to you and you see them and you go, oh, I never even thought of that. That makes sense. That's a thing that makes sense in my head with the real world. You know what I mean? It couldn't be possible to be Batroc. He was in the helicopter with a completely different build. Kind of think that the new Captain America is the big bad. I mean, I don't think there's enough presented to us yet for us to assume that the president and the U.S. government, like, is giving us someone to be the new Captain America where he will be a bad guy. I have a feeling, well, there's clearly going to be a dynamic between Bucky, Falcon, and this new Captain America guy. Whether he's a bad guy or not, he's definitely going to be involved in some way, clearly. He's not just like, you know, they're not throwing away the fact that they just introduced a new Captain America to the world, you know what I mean? That is actually a pretty amazing take. Dude, it's very fascinating stuff that they're doing with the show. The whole MCU TV shows are awesome. I still can't believe there's government officials calling it the Blip. That's so funny for me. Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where there's obviously not an official name for things like that. Someone has to come up with the names. Didn't Peter Parker's high school come up with the Blip, or did they just report on the Blip? Ethan said, how crazy would it be if Hydra comes back and takes Wanda and Bucky on? There's just so many options to go with. I can't wait to see how it plays out. I just can't wait till we get all these TV shows and then they all reassemble in an Avengers movie in the future. That's going to be epic, man. I think John Walker is part of the Flag Smashers. What was I calling them? The Flag Mashers? Or did I say Flag Smashers? It's so late, I can't even, like, function right now. The Flag Smashers. I can't be the only one who hates how they call it the Blip. They couldn't have picked something cooler. I mean, to me, the Blip is a fine name. It is interesting that... Well, the Blip is when everybody came back, right? I mean, everybody coming back is a happy thing. So a name like the Blip kind of makes sense to me, you know? They called the people that fell or that died to the snap, the Vanished, right? Like, that name makes sense for what happened. You know, it's a very serious name for a very serious thing, which obviously people coming back is very serious too, but that's more of a on the bright side type of thing as opposed to people going away, you know what I mean? I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was completely eliminated Hydra. I think all of the heads have finally been cut, to be honest. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if... Because Hydra is such a big thing in this universe, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, one of these super enhanced bad guys is somehow tied to Hydra in some way. You know what I mean? But if it's also not involved with Hydra, I probably wouldn't be surprised either. Only problem is that Kevin Feige said that Agents isn't canon. I don't know if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still considered canon or not, to be honest with you. I feel like it is canon, considering there were things in that show that affected the movies before these TV shows were a thing, right? Not since, like, season 2 or 3. I've actually never watched that. How does that show compare to these shows? For those of you guys that have seen both. Sword could become the new Hydra, seeing at how things played out in WandaVision. That would be interesting. Very, very interesting if they introduce Sword in this series as well. Hey, what's up, Todd? Yo, what'd you think, man? If it is canon, then so is Daredevil and the Runaways. Well, that was different than Daredevil, right? Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had Coulson, who was directly in the movies. We've never had a Daredevil cameo in the MCU, in the movie universe at least. It's said to be a different timeline in the multiverse. Bro, this shit is so crazy. It's so fascinating to me how we have all of these different aspects of entertainment, TV shows, movies, comics, all of it coming together, all of it culminating into some epic shit. Daredevil was referenced in the first Avenger movie. Was he? I just want to know how these compare to the earlier shows that they did. Gotcha, I stopped watching it after that season, to be honest. I need to revisit it. Early season is okay. I remember people saying that show was, like, really good, not great, but really good. But honestly, you know, I talked about this in my stream earlier today. Entertainment is subjective, you know. You can watch this first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier and say, I didn't like it. I'm not even going to watch the rest of the series. Or you can be like me and be like, yo, I'm hooked. That's all you had to do. I mean, and that's the thing with watching a new TV show. If the first episode is really bad, it's really hard to stay on board, you know? And I know there are the type of TV watchers that say, well, Vinny, you know, you got to watch a couple episodes sometime to get into it. I'll be honest with you guys, like, if this sucked tonight, I probably would watch one more, but I would not be, like, excited, you know? This got me excited. From Bucky's stuff alone, really, really looking forward to see what they do with Bucky's character. Daredevil and the Defenders or Runaways in Doctor Strange Multiverse of the Madness. That would be cool if they introduced Daredevil officially in the movie universe. Just finished the episode. I was mad impressed with it. Yeah, dude, they're taking TV to another level, man. And yeah, that's the thing. Entertainment is so subjective. That's why we had a long talk about this today in my DC stream that we did, talking about the Snyder Cut. It's like, no matter what, at the end of the day, you can appreciate something for the way that it was made and the passion that went into it. But if you don't resonate with it, if you don't like it, there's really not much you can do. You know, you just kind of have to find the things that work for you, find the things that you really like and that you really care about. I can't wait for Christmas. World of War, wow, Spider-Man is going to be so hype. Oh, I thought you were talking about World of Warcraft for a second, but you're just saying, wow, Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man's going to be amazing. I was so confused about the Bucky Nightmare. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but basically from what I understood is that he's just having nightmares about the crimes he's committed. All of the times that he was brainwashed, murdering people, he's having nightmares about all of those situations. Because I'm pretty sure in the nightmare that he had before the therapist scene, it was killing his friend's son. Which now this is interesting. How did he link up with the old man? Did he know before they became friends that he killed his son? Was this something that he learned later on? Because that hasn't been explained yet. He just kind of knows this guy. They hang out, they get sushi, they go to the bar. So it's like, did he know that he killed his son? You would have to imagine he knows, you know, when they became friends, I guess, right? War buddies, maybe? Ooh, that could be an interesting take. How crazy is that? Wow, wait, listen to this. Can you imagine if in World War II, Bucky and that guy, the old man, were friends? Bucky gets put on ice, he thaws out, they brainwash him, then Bucky's mission is to kill that guy's son. Then they reconnect after Bucky's no longer brainwashed, and then Bucky has this realization, oh my god, I fucking murdered your son. Yo, Marvel, there's levels to this, man. There's fucking levels to this shit. The old man was on his list of people he wanted to amend. Oh, Diego, that's a good point too. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of, oh, the son was just a witness. Ooh. I love speculation though. I still like the war buddies thing. I still like that take. Well, it was never the mission to kill the son, he just killed the witness. But I could be wrong. No, I think you're right, because Firetrap had that same standpoint just now. Oh man, dude, brutal. Wrong place, wrong time, wrong situation. Yep, that was uttered in the episode as well. Great job though. I'm very pleased. Bottom line, great action, great story. They left you on a great cliffhanger for the next episode. What's going to go on with that new Captain America? How are Bucky and Falcon going to link up? They did mention that Falcon has been reaching out to Bucky, and Bucky's obviously closed off from the world. I felt really bad for Bucky, man. Like that the loneliness and him explaining, you know, I've been just fighting for 9 years straight, going to the next mission, going to the next battle. He's had a really fucked up life. You know, you feel for the guy. Nathaniel said, I just moved into my own place for the first time. I don't mean to make the stream about me, but you and Dylan and Luke have reignited my love for Pokemon. Thank you for bringing that passion back. Dude, let's go, man. First of all, thank you for watching the content, and congrats on being on your own place. I'm going to go to my own place very soon, and I'm very excited about it. We're very, very close. Very, very, very close to moving in there. And by we, I mean me, and hopefully my new puppy, when I get a new puppy. That's going to be very awesome. It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make these streams every week an hour, because we're at the 40-minute mark, and honestly, that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover in this episode. If there's anything else that you guys want to bring up and you want to discuss before we wrap this up, definitely let me know. Because, yeah, I really liked it. That's pretty much all I have to say. It was really good. Dude, I agree, man. I'm excited. You may go to bed, buddy. I'm gonna eat a snack and then go to bed. I'm so sweaty right now. I hate being sweaty, dude. I hate being covered in sweat. I just cracked my elbow. I feel like 30 minutes would be a good time for these. Yeah, I feel like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. And if there's something that we really have to talk about in further detail, we always can, of course. I really think that was it, to be honest. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, and it also depends on how much happens in the episode. I'm sure there's going to be episodes where we're sitting here talking for hours, but I think I definitely covered everything that I wanted to. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will upload this to the channel. I'll make a playlist literally called Falcon and the Winter Soldier reactions and reviews or whatever, and we'll go ahead and we'll do these every week, same time, same place, same channel. Is anybody live right now that we can raid? Let me see. It's always nice hanging out with you. Yo, thank you so much, man. Yeah, I have a blast hanging with you guys, too. Oh, Cat's live. Fuck yeah. All right, let's go raid my friend, Snap Click Cat. You guys will love her. Hey, so check your DMs later. I stumbled across something. Sounds good, Soul. Thank you so much. And thank you all again so much for the support. The stream is fucking crazy. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for more content. And, of course, next week, same time, same place for more discussion. I'm really excited to see where our conversations go with this show. Hashtag bars. It's going to be awesome. I love you guys. Have a great night. Love you. See you tomorrow. Mwah. Peace.